Welcome to the best of RSR6 reel. Happy New Year, everybody. It's New Year's Day. What better to do than look back at all the best moments of last year's reviews, of the reviews of 2024, before we jump into RSR7 and 2025 later this week. Why not? It'll be amazing. So hopefully you enjoy the reel if you didn't already see it on the end of the finale. Hopefully you watch it again if you did. Why not? It's free viewership, free minutes. But with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed. Let's have some fun. Let's go on to Past Ryan. Let's go. That did not help either. At all. The wide receivers that were so great kept dropping balls like it was New Year's Eve. I wasn't happy with that, I can tell you that much. Let me tell you, the Washington defense was playing slots, and they got damn near the jackpot. They tag in the offense, you know what happens? The freaking offense goes all in and busts out. Bar, because let's remember, this is the National Championship Casino, where you go to casino, spend all your money, watch all your money disappear. And all you win is championships and blood diamonds. Blood diamonds. Even though that defense, even though that team basically beat Japan with a wooden stick, like a annoying playground bully, and you just don't fight back until it's way too late. That's pretty much what it is for me. I mean, yeah. But the Bills, they're cursed. Like, there's no other way to say it, but then they're cursed. Because first quarter, they were bullying that Chiefs defense with the run. They legitimately were. Second quarter, same. Third quarter, they did pretty well. Fourth quarter, they turtled at the worst possible time. And the Chiefs were getting hot. And then, again, wide right. Once again, 30-some odd years later, wide right happens again. But this time in Orchard Park. Even worse, to be honest. The Bills are legitimately cursed. I don't know why. Yeah, the answers to your test are going to get you a C-, not an A like you think, because you didn't study. You're just filling in random bubbles on the Scantron and hoping you frickin' hit. That's not how you get an A or A+. That's how you get a C-. Yeah, you still passed, but did you do what you wanted? No. You wanted that A+. Should have studied more. Should have crammed. Well, actually, yeah, I guess Messi and Franz is the equality to cramming and then doing the Scantron trick, because then you forget half the shit the next morning. Yeah, that's what you did. Yeah, good job. My hand is right here. Like, if this is the panic button, my hand's like right here. Like, it's about ready to just go. My hand's right here. Like, it's right here. Like, it's about to, like, it's touching. No whammies, and stop. Smash that panic button. Though the losers may try, no one makes pizza pie like the whammy. Oh. Exactly. And I think they're going to learn from that Al Nasser game that things don't come easy. You can't hurry wins. You can't hurry love, and you can't hurry wins. The Supremes should have added that, shouldn't they have? It's a game of give and take. Nobody knows Motown. That one probably flopped. I know that joke probably flopped, but I don't care. I love Motown. With that being said, if y'all know the Supremes, I'm going to be shocked. I never miss one of those simulcasts because, again, I grew up a kid who was favored the slime and the orange and the silver ball. Nobody remembers that logo. I'm still not old enough for that logo, but that logo's cool. Which I sort of referenced on my Instagram post before the Super Bowl. If you know, you know. Come along, we can find a world of magic. Come along, we can make the world your friend. Super Bowl in the air, see it shine everywhere. Chiefs are, Chiefs are, Chiefs are, the Chiefs are the champions. And but besides, it's also Boston Tea Party kit. Nothing to me, nothing that shirt says Boston Tea Party to me. You could have put a tea crate on there, a tea bag, or a tea cup, or just Master Chief, and I would accept it. That says nothing about Paul Revere, the Boston Tea Party, or nothing. So as a history buff, I also don't like the name. You could have said, oh, something revolution-wise without Boston Tea Party, and I'd be like, okay, yeah, that knocks it up maybe a spot or two. I also hate the name. As a history buff, no, it says nothing to me about the Boston Tea Party. Nothing about the hobba. Nothing about tea box, tea crates, tea bags. It's just a poor imitation of Toronto FC's kit from last year with vertical stripes instead of hoops. And a couple of differences. It really is. It really is. With all the craziness that goes on in this tournament, it's crazy. There's a lot of shit housing. There's a lot of everything. It's like, let's make a deal. One place you got a zonk, one place you got a great moment. When you don't understand that, you don't understand it. And it just ruins your bearings. Because in MLS, it's not as crazy. Now you could say, but they were playing an MLS side. I don't care if you're playing the side from the same league as you. I don't care. There's always a craziness element to this tournament. There's always an element to this tournament where it's like, are you sure? If you look at the score line, it doesn't tell you the whole story. Actually, you know what? Casuals, I have something to tell you. We're going to paper pop it. The score line doesn't tell you the whole story. Another paper pop for good measure. It doesn't tell you the whole story. Listen, it just doesn't. Because sometimes the score line is just like, damn. But it's not. It's not. Independiente defended well. They did get caught out 3 times. Honestly, 4 with the offside. 4 times caught out. They got scored on all 4 of those. And then one of them didn't count because offside, but it still went to the back of the net. So suffice it to say, they got scored on 4 times, getting caught out 4 times. Davy Flores again. Davy Flores again. Absolutely immense. Immense. I told you this guy is him. I told you, well, I didn't say he was him, but I said he could play well in MLS back in 2020. No, I'm right, but it's not just he can play well in MLS. He is him. Michael Bradley was never this good. I don't care what you have to say. Prime Bradley was good. Yes. Was he ever a bulldog? A pit bull? Like Davy Flores? Hell no. In the past 3-4 years, Bradley was just a chihuahua. He wasn't no pit bull or bulldog or even a Doberman. Nah, he was a chihuahua. Davy Flores is a pit bull dog. Man is a dog. D-A-W-G. He got that dog inside of him. Man. That's the type of signing I would have made if I was manager. John Herdman was right on the money there. There we go. There we go. What a player Davy Flores is. And he's not even man of the match this time. Of course, the refs are going to go offside calls and inside job. Ochoa's good with reflexes. He's getting older. He's not as good as he once was, but he's good once as he ever was, or at least we thought so. Not anymore. We'll get there. But I want to throw a Toby Keith reference in there. Courtesy of the red, white, and blue. Because it made you think you still had gas in the tank when it was still getting very, very close to E, and then you finally let it hit E, unbeknownst, and you're still somehow driving, but that freaking muffler is coughing out dark smoke. Exhaust fumes. Yeah, there we go. Dark smoke, exhaust fumes. That freaking exhaust pipe is coughing. Put gas in that car. You have the gas. Take the tank. Take the canister out of your freaking, what's the word? Boot, trunk, and pour that damn thing in the gas container. You have the container. Pour it in the tank. Get out your trunk, pour it in the tank. You have a chance. Not here, but in Liga MX. 37th minute, Duncan McGuire. Ball gets crossed into him by Facundo Torres. Duncan McGuire taps it home. Just onside, taps it home. 1-0 Orlando. Of course he dunks on us because he's Duncan McGuire. Orlando runs on him. Do what we got to do. And that's basically what they did. Almada played it well. The team played it well. It wasn't probably fun for Pachuca fans for 70 minutes, having a high heart rate and damn near probably having a heart attack. But, you know, you do what you do. America fans, they were crying the whole time, and they still are. I haven't read the Liga MX Reddit thread yet, but I'm sure they're still crying. I'm sure Sebi Salazar and his primo is crying too. If not now, we'll be crying on Thursday. It makes no sense. The more I talk, the more I'm like, you know what? Maybe he should be fired tomorrow. Maybe he should not coach La Liga. But I just don't see how smart it is to say, you know what? We're shooting you into the sun right now. Screw 2 weeks. We're shooting you in there now. You're gone now. We ain't waiting 2 weeks to drop the guillotine on your head. You're getting it dropped now. Get out of here. You make Boston bleed, they're going to beat your ass. The Leafs, you make them bleed, they're like, I need gauze. Wrap it up. I'm scared. Don't cut off my arm. Don't brain me with an aluminum bat. Oh no. I'm hurt. They don't fight like warriors. They turtle. When you make them bleed, they die. And you could say, but they were already dead. Yes, they were. You think about it, you're like, okay, I've seen this before as a Toronto fan. Like, really, this game was just forms of PTSD for me, considering Vanny coaches the Galaxy, Stephen Fry is still the Seattle goalkeeper. Like, it's basically like, oh, the ghost of Christmas past. That's exactly what this is. Man, I know how that feels. With that being said, the ghost of Christmas past. I'm not a master at physics, but I do know if there was no scrape, it's like a hurricane. A hurricane hits land. It's going to weaken. And it's going to be very hard for it to get back to that peak strength while it's back over water getting closer to, say, New Orleans or Houston. But Cuba had to take the brunt of it. It's happened before. Probably happen again this year. Seriously, I mean, it's going to be a crazy hurricane season. Like, I have half a mind to do tropical updates on this channel with how the hurricane season might just end up this year. I have half a mind to do it. I may. But, again, it's like a strong hurricane hitting Cuba on its way to New Orleans. Gustav style, right? It weakens to the point where it's not going to get back to that Cat 4 strength going into New Orleans. Cuba took the shot for New Orleans. Well, the worst of it. Point being is the ball going through Meyer's hands was Cuba. The post was New Orleans. The no goal was the fact that nothing bad happened, you know? Yeah, I've been watching old hurricane coverage. Why do you ask? Bringing up Gustav, what do you ask? This is a perfect game. This was the perfect game. This is a party. I wish I had a Cubano. Like, I'm not a smoker. I don't probably want to smoke cigars, but I will smoke the Montreal pack. I wish I had a Cubano to smoke the Montreal pack, but I don't. Even though I'd probably cough up a storm, I want to smoke the Montreal pack because Toronto smoked the Montreal pack. Well, even if it was a blunt, I'd still be coughing up a storm. Either way, I mean, after a game like this, you have to smoke the pack. You have to smoke the pack, don't you? R.I.P. bozos, smoking the Montreal pack. I kind of want to hear about what the severe weather or the storms were like out there. So, if you're in Montreal and watching this, you could also comment storm reports because I'd gladly like to hear them. You may not have ever heard that from anybody else, but you could talk about the match. You could tell me storm reports if you're in the city or in the surrounding area. Please. I would gladly thank you. I want to hear what happened. Squall warning. Really, it's just a special weather statement. But with that being said, rain delay. Referee asking, what color is my shirt? And then the answer would be, tienes una camisa amarilla y una pinche cabezota. Because he was calling everything for Club America tonight. Televisa acting like the damn hamburglar. Robble, robble. Te va robar la copa. Te va robar la copa. That's what they did. You know what we're going to do now? After this result? We're going to go to Argentina. We're going to beat Argentina. We're going to beat Chile. We're going to beat Peru. We're going to beat Uruguay. We're going to beat Uruguay. May have to beat Argentina again, but we're going to go to the Copa America final and win the Copa. Yeah! Even if John Herdman told him, let me cook, you know what he's cooking? KD. Mac and cheese out of the box. So he could stir up mac and cheese out of the box, and it ain't even Velveeta. Hell, he don't even have the mac and cheese you put on a casserole dish. Buddy, I could make KD. Easy Mac. I can make it. Anybody can. Can you make a beef Wellington? Can you cook a chicken fried steak? I don't think so. I could cook a chicken fried steak. Hell, I could probably make an okay Wellington. I've never tried it, but I probably could. But I know I can make a chicken fried steak. You can't. So what are you cooking? Box mac and cheese. KD. All right. You ain't cooking nothing. You ain't cooking nothing, is my point. Cook a Wellington. Cook a chicken fried steak. Or something or other. Make a gumbo. Jambalaya. Risotto. Anything. More than KD. One thing. There's instructions on the box, buddy. Anybody can follow instructions. Anybody can boil water. Boil pasta. Hell, you probably don't even salt the water, don't you? Manja cake. All right, you don't even salt the water, don't you? Cake avolo. Listen. Listen. So all you can cook is boiled noodles and boiled water with cheese sauce and butter. Or margarine if that's what you prefer. That's all you can do. All right. We need somebody who could cook a beef Wellington, a chicken fried steak, a risotto, who could also cook KD if needed. But you need multiple plans is my point. If you didn't get it, you need multiple plans. You need multiple recipes. You only have one. What is that? Attack, attack, attack. Unless you're losing and we just want a result, then drop back. You don't even know what you want to do. Right? This game was absolutely boring. I wanted to poke my eyes out. I wanted to poke my eyes out. No joke. If you get a BB gun for Christmas, you might shoot your eye out. I wanted to poke my eyes out watching this game. Fragile. This game was fragile. Must be Italian. I would rather stare at a leg lamp for 90 minutes than watch this game. I want 90 minutes of my life back. I should have watched all of Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final than this bullshit. I would have probably had a better stream if I watched the Stanley Cup Final. Go Big Ol. But also, it doesn't hurt that Peru came kicking us down with axes and Joe Chin's chains like we were cherry trees. Never use Joe Chin's chains for them, no! 'Cause you can't take Canada down with pansy-ass chainsaw chains. Woo, baby! You can't do it. You can't do it. You had us rocking. You had your moments. You had us scared. But guess what? It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. We sat back. We got back into it. Second half, we get the advantage, the man advantage. Could have been more. Probably should have been more. Don't care. 3 points. It's called a win. You don't have it. We do. Do you have it? You may have guts. You don't have the win. Everything about Mexico is a fraudulent pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. Fraud, 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 fraud. Everything you look at, everywhere you look, everywhere is a fraud, a fraudulence group team. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a place. They're gonna go in the USA to break your heart. Well, we won't stop there. You'll be all alone. We're not going to carry you home. We'll disappoint you. That's what it is. But I don't know. This federation is so damn dumb and so nepotistic that you might just stay instead of being behind a Burger King counter singing, ding, fries are done, ding, fries are done, I gotta run, I gotta run. I work at Burger King making flamboy whoppers, I wear paper hats. Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that? That's what you should be doing. You couldn't buy your sneakers no more, but hey, at least you look better above that because you'd stop looking like a hobo. You'd have to wear a polo shirt and some better pants that are probably jeans instead of your t-shirt and sweatpants. Because you spend all your money on your damn shoes. Woker on hell, misses the penalty. Saved by Crepeau. Maximum Crepeau. Once again, still 3-3, 3-3. Like, to me, if I was the manager, I don't care if your wounds are reopening from last year. I'm going to take a hot glue gun, some staples, and some tough love, and I'm closing those damn wounds. Because the sutures are coming out. Those weren't tough enough, I guess, and you're out of sutures. Well, I got an idea. I'm going to go take a staple gun, or just a stapler, a hot glue gun, and some tough love, and we're closing those damn wounds. That's all. That's basically what you deserve at this point. With that being said, there's a hole in Quebec that they call Montreal. Go to hell, Montreal, go to hell. More clinical, but France was. They played very well against New Zealand and Guinea. The one match that matters to the four. They come up, bar. Bust. Like it's Vegas. Go to Paris, spend all your money, watch all your money disappear. That's what happened. They got owned. Owned, I tell you. I think this calls for a couple of chants, really. Da da da, hey TFC, da da da, hey TFC, da da da, hey TFC. We just beat the hell out of you. Red and white, fight, Toronto FC. Woo, damn right. What's that coming down the track? It's the salty dogs and the red and white. Ain't nothing finer in the land than beating the Conca champs. Go Reds, go Reds, go Reds, go Reds. Sick 'em. Hoo, 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 hoo. Let's go. Let's go. Big win. Funny story. I'm going to put this in here. I was wearing Met stuff at the games and front row in the green seats, right? Fred Bird comes over. I go to fist bump him. He's like, I'm watching you, like, because I was wearing Met stuff. He's like, no. And I'm like, I like both teams. I like both teams. I'm just wearing Met stuff because my friend sent me the jersey, which I would have worn Met stuff the first time. He doesn't know that because we didn't even get out to the field because it was a redo. I was like, hey, my friend sent me this. It's his fault, you know? Like, in jest, right? But I still fist bumped him. He was like, I'm watching you. Type thing. It was like, it was funny. It was funny. Let's laugh at the lay old Maple Leafs. Ha 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 ha! You suck. John Cadiz always offside. Bava sucks. Should have never fired Larkamon, eh? Should have never done that. Armis still owns your ass. You may be CONCACAF champions once. Armis still owns your ass. Good for you. Hat flick number 2. Well, just look at this. You couldn't let me have the fact it was funny that it was 3-0. You lost to Seattle at CenturyLink Field, but 4-0 this time. You couldn't let me have the fact it was funny it was 3. If you're going to be fraudulent, really? You couldn't let me have that fact it would have been funny? You lost again up there, 3-0. At least you tried last time. You didn't tonight. There's another hat flick for you. Because they were like, oh, the wind's out of your sails. We'll throw the knockout blow. Finish him. Rip him apart. For the crime of tying us at home, I sentence you to death. Instead of the eye, you know. And just rip them apart. That's what they did. Finish them. Rip them apart. Guts flying out, spine flying out, blood flying out. That's what they did to LAFC. And Cucho's like, I'm going to give it to Jason. You rip him in half. Mortal Kombat style. Mr. Jester's smiling friend style. You rip him in half. Spamtopia style. Boom. I'll let you do it. Because you should have got the header. You deserve a goal. Boom. Game over. It was like a 30-pound medicine ball that man threw. He threw it like, bling, bling, like just limp wrist throw. Like a basketball, but limp wristed. Like a 30-pound medicine ball. You're going to break your wrists. You're going to go to Snap City, kid. Are you doing CrossFit? You doing CrossFit? Going to break your wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Snap City. I hope your wrist is okay. Or did you go to Snap City? Because you finally chose to be unselfish? And it backfired on you worse than frickin' Wile E. Coyote's frickin' gimmicks? It backfired on you worse than an Acme bomb! Get out of here! Leave! Go! Go to Saudi! Hell, we should trade you to Nashville and bring back Schaffelberg. Jesus Christ. I'm done with Insigne. I'm done with him. As soon as you get life back, what do? You turtle again like a Koopa Troopa who just got stomped on by Mario. I hope he throws your red shell down a piranha plant pipe. Locky 2's more useful than you. And all he does is direct his own snuff film. Come on, you know it. Locky 2 records everything. He records his own snuff film. You know it. He gets off on Mario getting killed by Goombas and Koopas and Bullet Bills and everything under the Mushroom Kingdom seas. And Shy Guys. I don't know why I went off like that, but you know what? It's better than watching this team play. 1 miss by Montreal and 2 brain dead headers against, shot themselves in the foot 3 times, and their foot bled out mercifully. I don't know about mercifully, but it bled out. I don't know if your foot could bleed out, but I don't want to find out. Either way, I guess Montreal didn't get up on their good foot. And Vancouver went and said, chop all of them down, every single one down. We're going to make a good playoff win with all the timber around. Never use Joey's chains for them, no. And that's on the keeper for not coming out to it. You got to look both ways. If he was walking on the street, he would have been ran over by an ice cream truck. I'm Jipper, shuffling around the damn road, and he gets ran over by an ice cream truck. He's Jipper. He played the ball straight to Ali, and you got what you deserved. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't just go shuffling around, not look both ways, and then get ran over by an ice cream truck. Nah. In this case, football goes down the middle of the box, scored because the keeper can't touch it, and it's a horrible clearance. I don't know what was going through that man's head. Not a lick. I don't know. Whiff. Smash it. Just chop at it like it's a cherry tree. Never use Alain's clearances for them, no. But with that being said, oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh no! Where's Sluggo when you need him? Idiot. Slap them around. BTFO. Noah. The flood has been brought. The ark is sinking. Nobody said that as part of the story. But this story's different. A blue wave overtook Noah, and that boat sunk. That ark sunk. He's redder than a fire truck at this point. Because y'all failed. He lost his ratings. Hell, anybody covering this damn league did. I don't give a shit about this club, but when this guy is playing for this club, guess what? That's numbers. Nobody gives a shit about anything else. Except maybe LAFC and the LA Galaxy, but it's still a pittance compared to Messi. I'm not happy that these rest of these playoffs, nobody's gonna care whether it's actually the matches or the coverage. It's your fault, Messi. Messi Mania's over. And you're going to get peppered at the Club World Cup and the Champions Cup. But hey, at least you play through those for a while. So, good for you. No more rules. No more rules. No more rules. That's what that stadium became. Was no more rules Spamtopia style. I'm surprised there wasn't a freaking pitch invasion. Now, if you want to know how to invade a pitch, ask Ole Miss fans. They'll tell you. They'll tell you how to do it perfectly. They had to try it twice. New York City FC versus New York Red Bulls. They're going to Citi Field. Oh my God. I hope Grimace is sitting in his seat. I hope. You know, You Blew It Productions presents Blue Bombers. That's exactly what it is, because they blew it. Even if it did completely go wrong for them, they still blew it. You Blew It Productions. Blue Bombers. Nobody's going to get that reference unless it had an IntelliVoice. And you're like 60. Well, I have an IntelliVoice and I'm not 60, but... Well, I just get that reference because I love old games. But it's like, oh. It's like that guy who's playing a video game and he's like, oh, okay. And then he loses a round and he's like, oh, I got to clutch this. Just leans forward and just starts locking in. That's exactly what they did. It's just like lean forward with the controller and lock in. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what this was. And Honduras was the one like, oh, we're fine. Yeah, he got a beer can thrown at his head. Yeah, sure, whatever. We're going to win. Oh, shit. Oh, no. We're fine. We'll go to extra time. This happened last year. Oh, God. Well, we'll get one back. We're going to go for it. We'll start a fight. Oh. Penalty. Save it. Ah, crap. They just throw the controller at the wall or whatever. Yeah, that's exactly what they were. What he really meant was, yeah, the drone scandal's coming for me. I'm screwed. Bye. But, you know, at least there's no war in Ba Sing Se is pretty much what he pulled. We know what it's for, but if you don't know, well, I guess you don't know, but who knows? There is no war in Ba Sing Se. There is no drone scandal in Canada, says John Herdman. Big draw that I wasn't live for because, boom. Yeah. Boom. Had to get a haircut. You didn't want me to have a mop for 3 months. Trust me. But besides, this is when you get my thoughts. Y'all went through the 5th grade. Y'all can read a piece of paper that they pull out. So, you didn't need me for the draw. I hated that I missed it too, but y'all went through the 5th grade. Y'all could read a piece of paper. I'm sure. So, now you get my thoughts. And by the way, first off, that trophy is ugly. That charcuterie board ass trophy is ugly. Just, that's what we'll start with. ESPN said it was beautiful. They're blinder than Stevie Wonder. That trophy is ugly. I love spinning title belts, but that's dumb. That trophy's dumb. That it doesn't matter what they think or what the people think of the team they're playing that's across from them. They know they could beat them. They're going to give their all. And they've defended their asses off. They've kicked at people. They've kicked at people. They've spat at people. In theory, they're not Hector Herrera, but you know what I mean. This was more like the Pachuca I was expecting after them beating the shit out of Columbus, literally and figuratively, back in June. I thought we'd be seeing this Pachuca throughout the rest of the year. No, this Pachuca team did lose to Toronto FC, and they finished 13th in the league, but whenever they needed to wake up for something that actually mattered, oh boy, did they wake up. Did it seem like it was June again? It did. And in penalties, it's the luck of the draw. They were really lucky until that number 21 hit and they busted. The dealer puts out 21. You're over that. Game over. Bar. If you're Al-Ali, you went to the Qatar casino and, well, go to casino, spend all your money, watch all your money disappear. The FIFA Challenger Cup Casino, where you can only lose penalty shootouts and somehow win blood diamonds. Blood diamonds. I would rather have the trophy than the blood diamonds. But hey, it's okay because my grandmother likes diamond rings. I know that joke's going to show up twice on the best of reel, right? Yeah. First off, casuals, I think we have to paper pop this one. Yeah, I'm using the NFL pick sheet. Paper pop. 3-0 scoreline doesn't tell the story of this game. Real Madrid were not that good tonight. Pachuca was not that bad tonight. Pachuca fought heavily. They fought very hard to win this game or try to win this game. Did they lose? Yeah, but in the end, what did you expect? What did you expect?